Hello everyone, I'm Sharpedo43 once again, bringing you all week 8 of the NGDL. Today we're going to be facing Williams23 and the St. Louis Fletchinders, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. So, I'm not even going to talk about the teams either, honestly, just too lazy, and yeah, I honestly don't think it matters. All I'm going to say is that I definitely did my best to prepare for this guy's draft, which was also very, very scary. So, yeah, I'm going to lead off with Volcanion. He's going to lead off with Blastoise. This matchup is unfortunately not that great for Volcanion because this Volcanion doesn't really have anything for this Blastoise. It doesn't have Earth Power, it doesn't have Sludge Bomb. And the reason why I led with it was because of I was anticipating Zygarde. I packed Shock Berry on Volcanion to take 1,000 arrows from it on the off chance he wanted to do that and then retaliate with HP Ice, but unfortunately he led with Blastoise. So I was forced to switch into Cradily, try to get Rocks up, which I did. But now he switches out after going for Toxic on my Cradily into Bronzong, and now he's going to get his Rocks up. I switched back into Volcanion because I definitely knew he was going to try to get the Rocks up. And here, I definitely just go for the Steam Eruption. I know he's definitely going to switch back into Blastoise, but honestly, there's really nothing else I can do. I can't just double into Sharpedo or something because, first of all, this Blastoise could have Aura Sphere for Sharpedo. And even if it didn't, it could just Toxic me and then stall, like wall the hell out of me or something. So I definitely didn't want to do any of that. So here I just go for Steam Eruption. I was actually hoping for a burn on this thing, but I didn't get it, so that sucks. I do get a little bit of chip on it, but you know, it's not that great. So I go into Heal-less, hoping for, I don't know, him to go for Rapid Spin instead of Toxic. He does actually end up going for Rapid Spin, which is really, really good for me. This allows me to go for a what I was hoping would be Volt Switch, but unfortunately I actually got a little paranoid with this Blastoise and then decided to go for the Glare. It does get paralyzed on that very turn, and he even stayed in, so that actually was very, very telling, because honestly I could have Thunderbolted this thing. Unless he was actually Split Def invested on this Blastoise and it was actually carrying Mirror Coat and that was what he was trying to go for. If that was the case, then good thing I went for Glare. But here, but because of that Mirror Coat anticipation, I was actually I was tempted to switch out into Cradily. Jeez, man. But yeah. So I go back into Cradily. Unfortunately, he switches into this Vikavolt, and so I have to switch into Sylveon now. And now he gets to go for Bug Bust. Thankfully, I did not go for Volt Switch because if he did, he'd get the switch advantage, and I didn't want that. He is going to be able to switch back into Bronzong with ease, though, because it's not very easy for me to just straight up go for Shadow Ball on this thing, especially because I already know that this Bronzong gets 3-hit KO'd by this Sylveon with Shadow Ball. So I'm forced to switch out. I go for Wish on the off chance he tries to go for something crazy like, I don't know. I honestly don't know, like maybe Gyro Ball or something. He ends up going for Toxic again, and I switch into Cradily, which is really, really good because now I get the majority of my health back. Unfortunately here though, this is where I realized that I didn't really have a switch in for this Bronzong, especially knowing now the coverage that it has. It has Gyro Ball for my Cradily and Sylveon. It has Earthquake for my Heal-less and Volcanion. Sharpedo is way too frail and too fast that Gyro Ball, while resisted, it can do a lot of damage, as well as Earthquake. So really, I have no switch-ins for this damn Bronzong, and it's actually ridiculous in retrospect how that's the case. And over time, actually makes me start to hate my draft, because I literally get answered by everything that everybody has, and it's really, really annoying. But that just goes to show you that my team building skills or my ways of drafting. Like, I'm still inexperienced, honestly. I still don't know how to draft things in all honesty. But anyways, I digress. Here, this sequence is just him going for Gyro Balls and Earthquakes because he keeps trying to predict my Heal-less or my Volcanion to come out. Unfortunately, I do not give in because honestly, I just can't. I don't want this guy to get away with so much with this Bronzong. It really sucks that I don't really have much for this Bronzong aside from maybe Heal-less and Sharpedo just to get some chip on it. But even then, nothing on my team can just one-shot it. I don't even think Volcanion can if it was able to take hits from Sylveon. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, we did have a battle earlier, but that battle kind of disconnected. So yeah, we kind of had to redo this battle. But in the meantime, we kind of were able to process each other's teams and sets and whatnot. So that's kind of unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? That's kind of the biggest consequences of doing Wi-Fi battles is that you're bound to get disconnects. But what are you gonna do? It was from my side too, so that really just sucks even more. Anyways, so this sequence of freaking Gyro and Earthquaking, I think around here is where I finally decided to just switch into Dragonite in the hopes that he goes for Earthquake again, trying to predict me or something. So here I go into Dragonite, and unfortunately for me, he actually does get the right 50-50 this time, and actually gets the Gyro Ball off. If he went for Earthquake, this Dragonite would have still been relatively healthy, because what I wanted to do here was actually see if he'd go for Earthquake, take no damage, then switch out, like I do right here, go into Heliolisk, and then force him to go for Gyro Ball, which, albeit this Heliolisk is fast, it should be able to take at least one of them. He instead tries to go for Toxic, which is going to miss, which, I don't really care if it misses in all honesty. So I go for Dark Pulse right here, I get the flinch, that's pretty good I guess, and this thing is still gonna not go down after this next Dark Pulse here. It's actually gonna survive. So it took 3 Dark Pulses just to take out this damn Bronzong. That just goes to show you how annoyingly bulky this thing is, despite it not having reliable recovery. It's ridiculous. Well, what are you gonna do? I do finally go for the Dark Pulse here to take this damn Bronzong out. And now he's gonna go into Freight Train, which is definitely the damn Scolipede. The nickname clearly indicates that this is just meant to be a late game sweeper, which by the way it can easily do because it just goes for Protect, and this thing is honestly even fast enough to outspeed Mega Sharpedo at +1 in all honesty, because Scolipede's base speed I think is like 116 or something like that, which is a lot higher than Mega Sharpedo's 105. So I mean, of course it's gonna be able to just now late game sweep. I didn't switch out here. I went for Volt Switch here in case he tries to go for Substitute predicting me to switch, but he didn't. He just ended up going straight for the Poison Jab. Takes out my Heliolisk unfortunately, because it does way too much. And here I actually went into Volcanion hoping he'd not have this damn Continental Crush Z move in all honesty. I was actually hoping he'd have Earthquake, because if he went for Earthquake on my Volcanion, I did have the Shucca Berry for it. The Shucca Berry was also just to be able to take 1,000 arrows from Zygarde on the off chance it's not Banded or something, and instead like maybe an annoying ass Coiling set like the one that Jotaro used against me. So, but unfortunately that wasn't the case. But nonetheless, surprisingly, I do live this this Continental Crush, which is actually kind of amazing. I didn't think it would actually, but it did, and now I'm able to take out this Scolipede and avoid a freaking sweep from that damn thing. So I guess in all honesty, Volcanion really did do what it could in this battle to actually put in work, but unfortunately that stupid ass Blastoise was just a pain in the fucking ass for my Volcanion that unfortunately it just ended up getting withered down honestly. But what are you gonna do? Here I go into my Sylveon. This is actually the same Scarf Sylveon I brought. The reason why I brought Scarf Sylveon again was because of this damn Zygarde on the off chance it's not Choice Scarfed. So here I go for Hyper Voice. I wanted to go for Shadow Ball, but I felt like I wasn't in the position to be over predicting it, and on the off chance that that Zygarde that he brought was maybe a Coiling or Dragon Dancing set, I definitely needed to take advantage of the fact that it's not Dragon Danced up yet and just go for the Hyper Voice. But unfortunately he does see that coming, goes into Victini, takes the Hyper Voice, and now he can just hit me with a Beat Create. I do switch in Cradily for fodder, but after this, I actually end up making somewhat of a misplay. Instead of going into Sylveon to go for Shadow Ball, I end up going into Sharpedo. Reason why was because I was kind of hoping he'd stay in and let me protect, but he's not that dumb in all honesty, and he's just going to go back into Blastoise. He did see the freaking Protect coming from a mile away. It's because I'm always put in these positions where I'm actually supposed to actually, I feel like I have to go for Protect, otherwise I'll just get blown back. If Victini's V-Create caused it to lose its attack stat as well, I would have not mind going for the straight up Crunch, but I honestly couldn't see that happening in all honesty. So yeah, here I Mega Evolve after getting +1 speed, because +1 speed is really all I need to take out the rest of this team, and just hope he goes for like Toxic on me or something. But he ends up going for the Roar, which is actually a huge deal, not gonna lie, because this not only gets rid of the +1 on my Sharpedo, now the freaking Victini outspeeds Mega Sharpedo because now it can't get any speed boosts. This really sucked, and honestly, I kind of didn't even expect Roar on this Blastoise. I didn't even know he can learn Roar in all honesty. But whatever. I go into or he phases me into Dragonite. I go for Dragon Claw because I do not want this stupid ass Blastoise to be doing anything else. And now he's just gonna go into Zygarde, Extreme Speed me. He does beat me because it is faster than my Dragonite. Here I try going into Sylveon to get the Hyper Voice off. I was hoping that Sylveon would be able to take at least an A speed considering it's not Stab, but I guess it's Banded because it's still able to take it out. And then here I just go into Sharpedo. Hope to at least take an E-speed before taking this damn thing out. But unfortunately, at this point, I definitely think I lose this battle. Just because I just Ice Fang this thing. And then he's just going to bring back the Victini, which was definitely Scarfed. And it's just going to outspeed Mega Sharpedo. Because it's not minus speed anymore thanks to the V-Create and whatnot. And now he can just safely go for the U-turn. And that's going to be the whole game. My bad right there. But yeah, that's going to be the whole game. Thank you all for watching week 8 of the NGDL. And good games to Quilliams. Yeah, good game. And I hope to catch you guys in the next battle. But for now, just take it easy.